What's up, guys? This is Grace with Rideout Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix documentary Miss Americana. This is all about Taylor Swift and her rise to fame to being Miss Americana, who she is today. So let me first off just say that before this, there was a time when I was a Taylor Swift fan, and then I kind of wasn't the biggest fan anymore. So I didn't really have very high expectations about this. And I will say that it actually, rose to the occasion and even hit higher than what my expectations were. So I did really, really enjoy this. Some of my favorite things about this documentary was that Taylor Swift just seemed so genuine and real and authentic in how she shared her story. She had a lot of qualities that were very, very easy for me personally to relate to. And I know for a fact many other women and people in general are able to relate to as well. Some of those being feeling like we have to please everybody and being careful of, how much of our opinions that we share because we don't want to, make somebody upset or offend somebody or whatever. And it really just talks about her coming into her own and realizing that what she thinks and how she feels is important. And it is okay to share all of that and not to just kind of shy away from being your genuine self. The other thing that she talked about that I know I can relate to, and again, so many other people can, is feeling like we have to be a certain size or have a certain look about ourselves. Just this pressure that we have on us, especially again as women, to have this ideal look of whatever beauty is, which again, I don't, nobody defines that, at least to me, except for God. But sometimes it's so easy to forget that. And so I really love seeing her just kind of talk about her struggle in that, in the times that she, has maybe put on a few more pounds and went up a couple dress sizes. And it just showed her, again, coming into her own and realizing that it's okay to be me. And I just thought that that was a beautiful story and something that, again, all of us should be trying to, figure it out for ourselves. I also really, really liked the behind-the-scene looks of music making and the tours and everything. It was so cool to see all of that backstage stuff, but specifically the music making. We've talked about it sometimes on our channel. Paul and I, we really love singing and playing music, and we've even written some songs before too. And it was so cool to see how a quote-unquote professional does that. And it was again, just so cool to see, from start to finish. All she had was a couple lyrics, and then they put music to it and beats to it, and then they're jamming out in the booth singing, and it was oh, that looked so cool. And honestly, it's a dream to be able to do something like that. So that just kind of, my little music part of my heart was just, super pumped about that part. Really, the only thing that I didn't like about this documentary, and it's not even, again, about the documentary per se, it just is what it kind of showed a light on, which is just the cruelness and judgmentalness, honestly, of just the world that we live in, especially the Hollywood world, but we see it every time, every single day we see just how cruel and messed up people can be. So that's really my only negative, again, not necessarily about the documentary, but it just kind of reminded me of the reality of life. So I am going to rate this a 3.5 out of 5 R's. Definitely think it's worth the watch. I will say, and my husband laughed at this. I told him that I watched this, and then I said, now I'm downloading a ton of Taylor Swift music, because again, it just gave me a different view of her and made me appreciate all the hard work that she's put into the music that she's written. And kind of just gave me a chance to really kind of fall back in love, not to say in love, but just get back to where I actually really enjoy her music. So last thing we talk about is whether or not a movie or a video or whatever is redeemable. And if you haven't guessed it already, I'm definitely going to say this is redeemable. Again, it just talks about coming into your own and genuinely just loving who you are. Despite what everybody else thinks, despite what everybody else is saying about you, loving you for you and being content and okay with that. And that's something that I have tried to do for a long time, and I finally feel like I'm getting there. And so it was just so cool to be able to see her journey in that as well and being able to relate. All right, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought about her documentary. If there's any other documentaries you want me to watch, put them down in the comments too. I'm kind of starting to get into those a little bit. I like getting the story behind a person. So make sure you put that down there. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, because you don't want to miss out on any of our content. And until next time, I hope you guys have a fantastic week and keep checking out all of these movies and reviews and all the fun stuff that is life.